The sun rose golden over the village of Agyut, warming the red earth and the woven rooftops of the round huts. In the distance, birds chirped in the mango trees, and smoke curled lazily from the morning fires. It was a season of yam festivals, and the air smelled of roasted maize, palm oil, and the sweet perfume of ripening guavas. Obinna, son of Neemeka the blacksmith, was 13. His chest was still flat, his voice just beginning to deepen, but he already carried himself like a man. That morning, he ran along the riverbank chasing after goats, his little sister Ada trailing behind him, giggling. "Slow down, Obinna," she cried, breathless. "You must learn to run faster if you're to marry a prince," he teased, tossing a pebble into the water. The river laughed with them, the way it always had, their companion, their mirror, their god. But the laughter didn't last. That night, the drums stopped. They came before dawn. Obinna woke to shouting. His father's voice, sharp and afraid. His mother's scream. A flash of fire through the cracks in the wall. Before he could rise from his mat, the door was kicked in. Tall men in foreign cloth rushed in with torches, their faces half covered, their eyes like wolves. One grabbed Obinna's arm and yanked him from the ground. "No!" his mother screamed. "Leave my son." But the man struck her down with the butt of his spear. Another seized Ada, crying in her night wrapper. Obinna shouted, fought, bit, but it was useless. They tied their hands with ropes made from twisted vine. They pushed them through the village, now burning. Huts collapsed in flames. Chickens scattered. Bodies lay in the dirt, some still twitching. That was the last time Obinna saw his father. They marched for 7 days, through forests that swallowed the sun, across rivers that stank of death, along footpaths littered with bones. There were others, dozens, boys from Igbo towns, girls from Yoruba villages, even a warrior from Nup who walked in silence with chains around his ankles. Some died on the road, their bodies thrown into the bush like animal carcasses. Ada clung to Obinna the whole way, too tired to cry, her bare feet blistered and bleeding. At night, they slept in cages. "Why?" Ada asked him once, voice small. Obinna didn't know how to answer. He didn't know why their own people had done this, or if they truly were their people. When they reached the coast, Obinna's breath caught in his chest. The sea. He had heard stories, but never seen it. A vast silver monster that swallowed the sky. And there, waiting in the water, were ships. Huge wooden beasts with black sails and screaming gulls circling overhead. The traders, pale men with hair like straw and eyes like ice, stood on the shore, counting heads, poking mouths, inspecting limbs. Ada was too young. They shoved her aside, then dragged her screaming into a separate line. Obinna roared and lunged forward, but a whip caught his back, splitting skin. He never saw Ada again. They branded him with hot iron. His name, Obinna, meant father's heart. Now he was just a number. Then came the chains, then the darkness of the ship, then the ocean. Weeks passed. Time lost meaning. The ship stank of rot and fear. Men died beside him. The living prayed or cursed. Some tried to starve themselves. Some succeeded. But Obinna clung to memory like fire. His mother's voice, the river's laugh, Ada's tiny fingers in his palm. He spoke their names silently each night, lips barely moving. One day, he saw a boy jump overboard, straight into the sea. They said he was from the Ashanti, said he believed his soul would fly back to his ancestors. Obinna stared into the water, but he did not jump. "I will return," he whispered, "even if my bones must swim home." Epilogue. The river still remembers Obinna survived. He was sold to a plantation in Jamaica, beaten, renamed, told to forget. But he never did. Years later, we became a man. He sang in secret. Songs in Igbo, songs the wind had not forgotten. He carved gods from wood. He told stories of the land beyond the sea. And when he had children of his own, he whispered the name Obinna, then Ada, then Agyut. They carried the story in their blood. And far away, on the other side of the ocean, the river still ran, the river where they were taken. It had not forgotten either.